All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going live here real quick before I do a great outdoors video with all the squirrels. They're everywhere. All right, now let's talk. Good morning, little Debbie. Good morning, love. Let's talk about what Doug Carter said. It is against the law. They leaked information, whether it be defense, whatever it was. They leaked information to YouTube. YouTubers leak that information out into the public. Now, I was watching a channel a little while ago and they said, well, it's no big deal because the guy that leaked the photos wasn't charged with anything. The guy that leaked the photos is dead. He died or was killed or killed himself from whatever they were saying. So it was against the law to possess them photos in an ongoing case. The case was still ongoing. And they leaked them photos to numerous YouTubers and they leaked them out. They used them to profit their channel. They only called and reported the photos were leaked to them after some of us figured out that they were the ones that leaked the information. They paid for the photos. They leaked it onto other YouTubers. And before, well, actually, when they started noticing that they broke the law, it was an ongoing case. Now, could they had these photos and shown them after the case was done? Probably. But they were caught with stolen evidence, whether it had been a technique of defense. It was an ongoing case. And they themselves leaked it, and that is against the law in an ongoing case. And when Doug Carter was telling them that, they refused to listen to it. They all thought they were protected by a news company. They're all news channels. They're all this and that. And they weren't. Right? So what Doug Carter was saying is, could these people be charged for crimes of obstruction of justice? Yes, they can be. Yes, that is true. Doug Carter's not lying. That's obstruction of justice. It was an ongoing case. Whoever's technique that, or whatever kind of play they were trying to pull out of their playbook, by stealing the photos, then leaking them, creating the whole thing, that defense. We didn't do it. It was one of our workers. They came in and stole our photos and then put them out all over YouTube, right? Because they wanted to push this Odin thing or whatever. That, my friends, is obstruction of justice. That itself. Let me tell you what came out of the good of Delphi. What is good is they exposed all these secret organization, MC clubs, mafias, meth heads, Mexican cartel, because all these people that were YouTubers that we were onto, that had all this information that was leaked, stolen, that they made everybody believe. I believe once they found out, they started ratting on each other and they called in and said, we got the photos are being leaked, but they were the ones that leaked it. They were the ones that did it. So do we know who they are? Sure, we know who they are. Is it a big group of them? It's a gang. It's Doug Carter told everybody. You folks are watching these people on YouTube. We listened, Mr. Carter. United States government, whatever. We listened. We sat back on our couches and watched all these people that had information of the crime scene that was never released yet. How did they know about that? How did they know about all this information that was never leaked? They got certain things right, but to us guys, us couch potato investigators, that was enough to know that something was wrong. Either these guys were at the crime scene or they had some kind of info, inside info. There was no need for anyone to talk about sticks, period, or any carvings on trees, but they did years and years ago, not 6 months ago. This happened years and years ago when there was none of that information released. And I do believe that's when the authorities, FBI, realized there was some kind of a leak going on, or these guys were covering something up, or they were there, part of it. But the law states in an ongoing case, if you're leaking information before the case has even gone into court or anything, and they're still trying to figure out a case, then that's obstruction of justice. And can these YouTubers be charged? They sure can. They attacked me. They attacked everybody. If you had even a name of some of these idiots that were involved, you were attacked. If you got too close to the truth, you were attacked. We figured it out on this channel when the police said they were questioned, but they didn't have anything to do with the case. We knew automatically that it was something like, well, they either were child pedophiles and they were questioned, or they had something to do with the case. That's why they were questioned in that area down there. So, yeah, I don't know if the case is done. For now, it's over with. We got holidays coming. We're going to abide by the wishes of everybody and shut her down for Christmas. But do I think Delphi's over? No. Do I think the police could charge these people? Sure. They were out attacking us, which went ahead and we got pissed off. And we yelled and screamed on our channels. We reported people. Nobody listened. They said we were all crazy, which some of us was. Some of these people do have disabilities, mental and physical, but that don't mean they were lying. So they overlooked a lot of stuff, which this case ain't over with. Everyone's saying, no, the police, it's over. Yeah. If you think it's over with, then you are not an American, because you've never heard of the FBI and CIA that will go ahead and do their own investigations with or without the police department. So do I think Delphi is over with? Probably not. I imagine people will be right back at it here shortly. Richard's innocent. These people are. Hey, I agree. This was a case that was a mind bender. And we're starting to wonder, before they did they withhold stuff deliberately, a tactic to find out? Yes. Did it work? Yes. It did work. They pretty much knew exactly how this madness was created. And we were telling people years ago, turn yourselves in. Turn yourselves in. Why? Because they were the ones that created this madness. They were the ones that created it. They created so much havoc, attacking people, right? SH, Green, all them guys, attacking people, getting pissed off. And now they're trying to turn it around like they were the ones attacked. No, they were suspects from the word go. They were questioned. When police came out and said they had nothing to do with the case, then we put our dots together, and they were pedos. That's why they were questioned. That's why their devices were taken. That's why these things happen. Right? A lot of people pissed, but I'm sorry, man. There's nothing anyone can do. These people did it to themselves. They actually tried to suck other YouTubers down. I watched other YouTubers go, that son of a bitch sent me them photos. And I sat there and told these guys, turn yourselves in. You guys are corrupting this case. I'm not even a law guy. I'm an idiot. But how can you get fair justice in America when the case was corrupted? It was put all over before it even went into court. Crime scene photos, I didn't see them, thank God. The only thing we see is what these YouTubers put out. This is the crime scene photos, right? And that itself was all blurred, and you don't know if it was or not. We don't know. And then you have all these people saying that we don't know what happened in the courtroom, therefore we the people don't know nothing. I agree with them. Why? Because we the people own the courts. It's the people's court. It's the people's country. It's the people's everything. So should we have seen everything? Yes. But being that they were minors, and this is a law we are bringing back into America, being that they were minors, we were not allowed to see it. And I agree. Back when I was growing up, if you did something before you were 17, it was not allowed to be in the news. You were a minor. It was against the law to put any information out on a minor. That was the law. Unless it was a murder or something dramatic, then they would release the name. But the law stated at that time in Illinois, where I grew up, it was against the law to put any minor's name in the newspaper. It was against the law for the police department to release any information on a minor. Now, I don't know what happened to that law, because it's obvious these underage kids are doing time now, and their names are being released, even though they're 15, 16, whatever. But they did murders. See, there's a difference of stealing a candy bar out of a gas station and a 13, 14, 15-year-old going into a store or a place and killing everybody. We didn't have that in the 70s and 80s. We just didn't hear or have this madness at our schools when I was growing up. Excuse me. So there you go. Can these YouTubers that told us they were professional police, they were professional bail bondsmen, they were professional Secret Service and FBI and all this crap. That is obstruction of justice. That is also impersonating police officers and bondsmen, which some of these guys did. They were professional lawyers. They weren't. They were professional doctors, and they were professional everything. They weren't. It was all acting and YouTube. That's what YouTube is. Excuse me. I got to relieve myself. I had too much coffee. All right. Professional liars. Miss Debbie is right. It's not against the law. Anyone could say, "Hey, I'm a cop. I'm a lawyer. I'm the president of the United States." You can say whatever you want, but when you start calling police departments and telling them you're a private investigator and you're not, you broke the law. When you start calling police departments and saying you're a psychiatrist and you want to talk to certain people about the crime case and you're not, you broke the law, whether you're in America or some other country. When you called and you started acting like you were a police officer, investigating a case for the family, and you weren't, you broke the law. Do you folks understand the law? I can say whatever. But when you go out and you start acting, especially calling police, and these guys were acting like they were cops. They were acting like they were psychologists, right? To get information. They broke the laws. That's impersonating a government and police. They impersonated. They weren't making movies. We've watched several or 8 channels on YouTube claim that they were these people. They weren't. Could they be charged? Yes. As Doug Carter said, yes, they could be charged with numerous crimes. Will they? I don't know. I don't know if they will. But could they? Yes. If you go out in the public, if you sit there all day and say you're a cop, you're not breaking any laws. But the minute you step out your house dressed like a police officer and you're not, you broke the law. You broke the law. And we're starting to find out a lot of these people, that's exactly what they were doing. Acting like police, acting like this and that for views, subs, and money. Like I said, we brushed our case for now. The Christmas time is coming, and it's about the kids, family, and our country. We got Christmas coming up. Now we all know 24/7, our military don't rest. They don't get to be with our families or their families. We support you guys. We know you are out there protecting us 24/7. Although the rest of us will be having Christmas and everything, you guys are out there protecting our country, right? So my hat's off to you guys. Really. And you know we can't let our guard down. Not until we get our Iron Dome and our borders straightened out. Then we might be able to let our guard down a little bit. But even then, we have to worry about madmen within our country and on the streets. So my hat's to all you. God bless. Was there obstruction of justice? I think they all know there was obstruction of justice. Could we charge them all? I think everyone knows we can throw the book at all of them if we wanted to. And the evidence is there. Should some of these people not even be involved in anything to do with kids or reporting or anything like that? No. No, I don't think so. Get into a different kind of genre. Painting, whatever, camping, whatever. But do I think some of these people should have been far, far away from Delphi? Yes. These people pretty much held Indiana hostage for 7 years. Attacked us every day. Tried hacking computers. Tried using private photos of some of these young ladies, nude photos, whatever, even some of us men, of our private photos, right? Tried to negotiate prices and this and that and information and madness what these people created. And could they be charged? They surely could. But as of now, they're not. But I think these guys made it clear that some of these people, social media and some of these other people, did really monkey with everybody and profited on their own channels. And this is why it's so hard to get a fair trial in America. There's a lot of work we got to do, America. Debbie, what do you feel about that law that was back when we were growing up? Well, depending on what state you lived in. I know Illinois, it was against the law to put any minor's name in any news stuff, or public was not allowed to know about their uh, minor uh, charges that they had when they were younger. Back then, there was more of their kids. They made mistakes. We don't want to wreck their whole life of a stupid incident that most of them made while they were under the influence or being influenced by others. So they made a law. You're not supposed to release any information on a minor. And that's because back then they didn't want to wreck people's lives. Their whole lives wrecked over stupid decisions when they were children or young teenagers. So what do you think about that law? You had that law also, Debbie? I don't know. We are seeing that law disappear in America. And I do believe that law should be tweaked a little bit where, hey, if they're not murdering and slaughtering 50 people, you know, their names shouldn't be released. But for stealing and petty theft crimes or whatever, or maybe be hidden. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I got some stuff to do. I just wanted to touch base and let you folks know what the law is. Now, a lot of you went to college. You spent a lot of money. I didn't even graduate high school. I was in an accident well, numerous accidents when I was younger. I tried to live my life normally, but with a disability my whole life. And I have other families that have disabilities that were military and yada yada yada. That yeah, yeah, bad stuff. A curse put on us from wars that our families fought in. Maybe. But the law states you can't be passing photos around of minors in an ongoing case. And a bunch of pedos and madmen running around. It's against the law. Right? Just having them photos from what one of the FBI guys said. And he did say he was ex-FBI. Just having them photos, they broke the law. And everyone was like, what are you talking about? I think even Rick Snay was on that broadcast. Rick Snay was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you already broke the law. Any minor, whether they were naked or not, if them are not your children or someone that you know, right? Whether it be family or whatever, you just having them and them being a minor, whether they were naked or not, is against the law in Indiana. Ooh, yikes. And that's when everyone started flipping out. Yeah, I think we put the dots together, right? We all did on this channel, and that's what we do. Now, you folks have a great day. God bless. And Delphi is over from what they're saying. Let's have a great Christmas. God bless. And I'll be back later.